Alright. Hello, L. So, yeah, this is another Pokemon fan hack. Title is obvious. It's another Moemon. This one is Star Emerald. I remember being in the Discord server group where they were talking about it when they were developing this one, so it was really cool to see like the stills coming together and stuff. They're still working on it. They're still adding event mons and stuff to it, but it is really cool. I actually love Star Emerald a lot. This is like my new favorite way to go through Hoenn. It's like amazing. Fuck, I forgot. Some emulators like swap. Oh god, how do I show this? Okay. Some emulators like to swap the B and the A buttons on controller inputs for some reason. I guess this version that I'm using doesn't do this, and I forgot about that. Yeah, probably turn this up. There we go. So there have been some changes made. I don't remember if... I don't think Emerald opens up with Birch showing off photography, but we have one here. So there have been a lot of graphical updates, like here we have the boy and girl sprites have been updated for their Oraz artwork. Go with... very minor change here, but automatically going case sensitive. Very minor, but it was a change. Original game didn't have that. But yeah, like, a bunch of routes were wholly redesigned to have extra stuff in them. They've brought in so many mechanics from other generations, not just Megas. They got hidden grottos from Black and White are in here. They got gender differences on sprites from Gen 4. And not all of them, only some of them have those, but the fact that there are any at all is a bit of a surprise, especially given how much work goes into making one sprite. I think that's the part that can't be understated, is there's a lot of work that goes into these sprites, especially when they move like that. Yeah, because I think... No, I don't remember. I know Pokemon's animating sprites has always been weird. I'll have to go into it a little more later. You had the option to play with level caps when the hack first launched. This created problems, so it is explicitly recommended not to until the dev says otherwise. Which is fine with me. I don't like playing with level caps all the time. I know some hacks do have level caps. I've played through a few of them. I've played through a few fan games with hacks. Um, but yeah, I don't always like playing with those. And already Little Root Town is different, by the way. Yeah, we still have to set the clock. There is a way to set up the emulator so that your clock settings line up, I think, if you want to do that. But otherwise, how the Game Boy Gen 3 cartridges worked was if the battery died, the clock would stop, and you would have to reset it every time. So you could more or less fiddle with the time-based events that way. So right now it's like 140. Actually, hang on a sec. I'm worried that my capture ain't going quite right. Give me 1 minute. Because I remember that being a thing before. Was that it didn't capture emulators quite correctly? Just looking to see if... Okay, we need to get this straightened out. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh, that's really next. We'll do that. Oh yeah, that's not gonna work out. Oh dear. Okay, well, that plan failed. Alright, back to this. Get a free potion. Hang on. It's gonna bug me. Hang on. This is gonna bug the hell on me. So I'm looking over at my like preview every time you see me do this. I'm looking over my capture, and it is bugging me to like no end, uh, because it's not like capturing things correctly. At least, the method I normally use is like a little. It's not quite doing what I want it to do, so kind of forced to do this then. Gross. Oh. I guess as long as it works better, fine, but it's just gross. I hate seeing that banner on the top. Something I completely glossed over because it's one of those things you don't really notice. At least I didn't notice because I grew up with the series. There are a lot of things that were new at certain times that I didn't notice until way later. This was the first generation where your opposite gender trainer choice was your rival, and that was how you learned what the official names for them were. Remember, in Gen 1, you didn't have a gender choice for trainers. And with Gen 2, we didn't get that until Crystal, and even then, you never got to see the female trainer at all, if female or male trainer, if you didn't pick them in that game. So this was like the first time you got to see both gender choices in the same game, treated as characters. Whatever the limits on being treated as a character is for these games. But yes, in typical fashion, we get to pick our starter. They did change a lot of things for the gym layouts and the boss fights. So, what may have once been the easy option, it may not be easy anymore. Because of so many things have been altered and just shifted around. Let's see. So we have, of course, Trico, Torchic, and Mudkip. Normally I would do Torchic, but I do that all the time. And picking between Trico and Mudkip. So this does have Mega Evolutions. And I've never liked Mega Sceptile at all. I think he's cool, don't get me wrong. I think it's a neat idea. I just don't like him. I just don't like how it's set up. I don't like it. So I'll go with Mudkip, I guess. Yeah, whole new battle backgrounds. We've got the starters starting off with their elemental move when before you would have had to wait till level 7 to do that. Hooray, we got Mudkip. Guess who, bitches? Ash fucking Ketchum is here now. And this isn't the only time Ash is going to show up. I believe he is an optional boss you can fight. But yeah, we'll see him a couple times. So, south of Little Root, originally, there was nothing. It was just woods, you couldn't do anything. It had less going for it than Pallet Town did, which, for context, Pallet Town, if you went south, took you to Cinnabar, which was Gym 7 in Red and Blue. In Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, south of Little Root was nothing. It was just trees. Every route comes with a sign that'll break down what you can encounter. It doesn't give you the rates, but it does tell you what you can find. Whether that be in the grasses, what you can find by surfing, and what you can find by fishing. With each individual rod broken down as well. Old rods, good rods, and super rods. So if you're ever wondering where to find something, or if you want to know what's on a route to see if it's worth grinding for what you want, you have that. You have those signs, just find them. They're usually not hard to locate. Like, I think this is Route 101's. Yep. It tells us you got Wurmple, Poochyena, Weedles, Lillipups, Purloins. Everything is fucking here! Thank you, tutorial lady. We have the sign for this route, 102. Pidgey, Zigzagoon, Caterpie, Sentret, Spearow, Pichu. Everything is fucking here. Like, there is so much stuff here. I'm not sure there's enough room in all the PC boxes for everything. If I remember right, we don't have Pokeballs yet, I don't believe. No, we don't. Okay. They did also change how certain mechanics work, by nature of this being on an emulator, as well as some just general quality of life improvements. So friendship evolutions, like Pichu, don't have a friendship requirement anymore, to my understanding. Instead, they evolve at a specific level. I believe Pichu evolves at 15. That's about what I think it is. There's also trade evos are the same way. Because if you can't trade, they instead have either an item or they evolve by level. One of the two happens. And here we have an NPC telling us about hidden grottos. She's saying that she thinks there's one on this route here. So hidden grottos are rather difficult to spot, but not as hard as they were originally. So in Black and White, where hidden grottos come from, your only possible chance of finding one was kind of ludicrous. Your only chance of finding a hidden grotto was by going through, well, there was like basically no difference between two sprites. I watched a full playthrough of, I think it was White 2, and this guy tried to show off every hidden grotto in the game, and I couldn't fucking tell you what the difference was in the sprites between those things and the trees next to him. Oh, well, there goes gold, I guess. Here, it's not as hard for the trees. The thing is that there's lots of hidden stuff in this game. There's also a mechanic called the Hidden Villages. I'm not fucking kidding. There are some towns that you can only get to by going into tiles that normally you can't enter, and there's no way to know which ones they are. You just have to figure it out. I only know where one of them is. Only one of them. And we're not going to be seeing it until like way later, but just to try and emphasize how much stuff is in this hack. Like, there's just like everything all at once. Every like abandoned mechanic ever made is in here somehow. It's like kind of ridiculous. Yeah, there's supposed to be a hidden grotto here somewhere. Like I said, they did make it more obvious if you can find it. Basically, it's always going to be two trees next to each other, and the sprite difference is you're going to see their shadows are fused together. So instead of it being like these trees here, where you can see there's like a definite line that parts the shadows, you'll see the shadows touching each other. At least if it's a tree grotto. If it's anything else, I have no clue. I never found those. Sentret. Learning Rock Smash by level is pretty handy.
Wait a minute. Oh, no, not these. Thought it might have been that. Yeah. Oh well, I might be able to come back later and find it. Before I forget, they also changed abilities of a lot of things. So instead of starting with Torrent. Instead of getting Torrent, which is ups water moves at low health, Mudkip here has Swift Swim. So if it's raining, we get more speed. We have the Fire Red Leaf Green benefit of color coding your natures of which one was raised and which one was lowered. So in this case, our Mudkip has lower special attack but higher special defense, which, not the worst thing in the world. Mudkip can get a lot of physical attacks, and its most common weakness of grass is primarily special attackers, so I think that would be fine. We also have new symbols for everything. Yes, like Water Gun did a lot less damage than it should have. Pretty nice. Yeah, they did a lot of good shit in this game. They made Old Dale Town look different. So yeah, you just walk up, you don't have any dialogue presses, which, take it or leave it. This lady here will do various things based on your Pokedex status. Oh, okay, yeah, so there is a bit of a glitch here. So, Mega Evolving in the game is, I should mention, this is not a fan game, it is a hacked ROM. So it is not like RPG Maker games where you can basically do whatever you want, and the game will generally behave itself. Regardless. Because it's a hacked ROM, there is an underlying logic to everything from the base game. Because of this, on occasion, the game will check and think a Pokemon is invalid, and what happens when it does that is it makes that Pokemon into a bad egg. For whatever reason, bad eggs, which are still around, that's not a thing that's ever disappeared, it's always been around. But for whatever reason, bad eggs have a tendency to be viral, where for some reason, after you get one bad egg, at least in this game, the things next to them will start to become bad eggs if you leave them alone. And the thing about bad eggs is, at least in base games, you can't get rid of them. Like, even in base Pokemon games, if you ever get a bad egg, you can't get rid of it. Eggs, I think, are the only things you can't release. Which is, you can consider the equivalent of deleting a Pokemon out of your box. You can't get rid of eggs. So you can't get rid of bad eggs. Which means that if, in the case of this, where there's so many things going on, there's so many new pieces of data in this, so many new things being done all the time, bad eggs occur much more frequently in this hack than they would in any normal Pokemon game. And to that extent, that also means bad eggs, if you don't check fairly frequently, will spread through your PC box very quickly. So they had to add this NPC here specifically to delete the eggs. And by the way, I know this because I had seen that there was a known glitch with bad eggs. Specifically, it was if you do a Mega Evolution in a double battle, supposedly that created a bad egg or it would crash your game. I was lucky enough that it never crashed my game, so I just thought, oh, I'm just lucky. I went to my PC box and I had like 6 bad eggs in there. Oops. I had no fucking clue what I was doing. Didn't realize that that had happened, so I had to move them all out. And oh, by the way, it can also happen if you're not doing anything different. If you're not Mega Evolving at all, there's still a chance that you'll get a bad egg because of all the new Pokemon that are in the game, which Emerald's-based logic determines are invalid. So I know because I was going to do like a completionist run off of my first file. I was trying to like 100% make a living dex, which is basically a fancy way of saying you want one of every stage in your boxes. And even without Mega Evolving at all, I would on occasion come back to the PC and find a bad egg or two just hanging out in there. And again, that's like even once I knew what was going on, I just stopped Mega Evolving at all. That was happening sometimes. So you see it a lot more in this than in any normal Pokemon game. So it is something to be wary for if you want to get this. Is that be careful what's in your boxes, and be careful around Mega Evolving, check your PC frequently, and hope that if anything does become a bad egg, it wasn't something you wanted. Also, I believe that NPC... I think something weird just happened with the text. Anyway, that NPC also serves a second purpose, and that is if you played the game with level caps on, because of all the glitches that was causing, they had to make an NPC. I believe it was that one, or it's the blue-haired one. But one of them was specifically made to turn the level caps back off if you had a save file where they were turned on for any period of time. And no, you cannot turn them back on after you play the game. Once you turn them back off, you can't turn them back on no matter what. Your only option is to turn them on at the beginning and hope like hell the glitches don't screw you over. Because from what I understand is they were actively game-breaking glitches. Because Bad Egg ain't game-breaking, but it's just annoying. The only glitch you used was to get Mew in yellow. Yeah, a lot of people use glitches to get Mew way back when. Well, you didn't have a choice, because the original Mew event, I don't believe ever came to North America. The first one for Red, Blue, Yellow specifically, that one never came to America. There have been several events in which they've released Mew internationally since then. But the first round of events didn't exactly go overseas all the time. Anyway, back to Little Root we go. Now, I will say, as far as this specific game is concerned, Star Emerald, I don't have a specific party in mind, other than I want to use things I don't normally use, or things that I didn't use on my first run. But it is worth mentioning that they did change a lot of things. Some Pokemon have their stats changed to make them a little better. I know for a fact Noctowl is one of them because they showed that off the dev showed that off in the Discord as an example of one of the mons they were changing. Basically, they wanted to make it so that there were no bad choices. Because, unfortunately, there are always just certain Pokemon that are definitively bad choices in the games that they appear in. Maybe not in later games, but in the games they appear in, some of them are just definitively bad. So they wanted to make it so that there were effectively no bad choices in this game, while still giving you tons and tons of variety. They did change some types as well. Like, I think they made Noctowl Psychic type. They might have made Luxray Dark type. I don't fully remember. But I'm just naming those because in a lot of fan games, they make Luxray Dark type because of its coloring. It looks like it should be. They make Golduck Psychic type because it looks like it should be. And they make Noctowl Psychic type because it looks like it should be. We now have the running shoes. Did we get the old rod as well? Yes. Okay. So to that extent, you could theoretically immediately go fishing. Go catching up a storm. I already got a water type, so I don't particularly want to go fishing right now. Also, I do want to catch Wurmple. Wurmple... In playing more hacks and making myself use other mons I don't normally use, I've come to grow an appreciation for Dustox and Beautifly. And the things they can bring. So it is interesting. I do want to, like, legitimately catch some of these things. Yeah. So I'll try for a Wurmple while I'm here. Not a Weedle. I did try using a Beedrill in my first run, and God, they did something to Beedrill alright. I don't remember if they put Beedrill's Mega in this game or not. I kind of hoped they did. But yeah, Mega Beedrill was always nuts. Zigzagoon. You know, I never carry Linoon into the late game. I think I'll bring this one with me. At least for a while, I'll bring Zigzagoon with me. I never bring it. Damn. Low health on that one. Also, yeah, there's lots of memes about the differences between Pokemon and Digimon evolutions. How, like, Pokemon is just small cat becomes big cat. Whereas in Digimon, you've got small cat becomes bunny, becomes car, becomes Death Star. I think the closest we get is about with Zigzagoon's line, because it goes from a raccoon to a badger. Alright, that's right. I can take this time. We can heal up at home, so I'll just go do that, and then we can take this moment to level up Zigzagoon. Let's see if we can get ourselves a Wurmple. Palmy. I used a Palmy in my first run. I got all the way up to Palmont, and that thing was a beast. Like, it was actually insane how much Palmy was able to do for me. Well, that's a problem. So yeah, if you want electric type, by all means go with Palmy. There we are. There's a little buggy boy. And it is completely random still what evolution of Wurmple you get. That part did not change for this hack. And there are people who debate whether or not Wurmple's evolution is random. It is random. As far as grass ones, Pidgeot I've used. I kind of don't want to use Fur because I've already got Zigzagoon. Butterfree, I'm going to be using whatever Wurmple becomes, so I don't want to double up on bugs. So I'll probably just go without anything from 102 for right now. Yeah, so, oh yeah, animation of sprites. So, in Pokemon Emerald, how sprites were animated was, it was essentially you had, like, 2 or 3 images that the game would cycle through or add some sort of, or you would do some sort of visual trick with. That was about the extent of the animation on the sprites in that game went. So it was fairly easy to replace them with their custom sprites in this game. Or it was like the hardest part was making the sprites in the first place, not so much replacing them. They have discussed the possibility of a Diamond and Pearl one with animated sprites in the way that Diamond and Pearl does it, which is mostly the same. And that's possible, though those have much more animation to them. God damn it. Okay. Damn. Shit. Damn it. Not again. Twitch is black again. Alright. I don't know what's up with my Twitch. It has been... Hang on, I think I know. I think I knew. You know what? I think I know what happened. I think I know. Yeah, that's what's happening. Okay. Yeah, I think I know what's happening. Alright. Yeah, hang on, yeah. Sorry, Minnie. Yeah, I'll have to... no, I never made it to affiliate. I never made it to affiliate, Manny. It's fine, though. I was trying to... I was, like, trying to multi-stream just to see about it, and yeah, I don't know why. It was working. My Twitch stream was working for the longest time, and then it's like, this past weekend, it's just decided now. Twitch has decided it doesn't like it anymore. Which, it is what it is. No, I'll deal with it as I deal with it. But it's fine. We're showing channel points? That can't be right. And I'll have to look at that. I'll have to look into it. At least I don't believe I got anything about affiliate. I mean, if I did, that might change some things, but... yeah, I don't believe I got that. Yeah, no, I didn't. I know that for a fact. So it is what it is. No big deal. I think Twitch just cut. Yeah, I cut the Twitch stream just because it was only showing a black screen. So it's like it's not gonna be. Like, I don't know what's up with the Twitch one. I might have to just like break it off and then remake a Twitch connection. Figure that out, but it is what it is. Audio was going through the. Yeah, that was the same thing that was happening yesterday. It was that the video wasn't going, but the audio was, and I have no fucking clue why. Sentra, Pat Rat, Lillipup, Rusa, Utu, Cello, Stucklet. My first run, I actually went through and I got a Stoutland, and that thing. It took a while, but Stoutland did eventually pull through. I'm already using Linoon, so I probably shouldn't double it down on normal types. I should probably stick to as many unique types as possible. So same thing with like no Ducklet or Swanna. So we can probably just grind up around here. What's this area? 102. Meowth, okay. Lotad. Ludicolo would make a decent grass type. Igglybuff. Ralts? Oh, I've already used Ralts though. I've used Ralts in my last run, so I shouldn't. Surfing Mons. Jesus. Old Rod. Time Pull. You know what? I've never used Time Pull in anything. But I've already... Oh, but that's the thing, is I've already got a Water type, and it's going to become a Water Ground type. So I don't need Time Pull to be another Water Ground type. It's like, I've got interesting choices, but I don't want to make my entire party weak to one thing. So it's like, yeah. We can at least grind against them, figure it out. Yeah, I guess we can make Lotad my grass type for now. Just because I know we're gonna have... Are there? We'll see. It would at least help to have a grass type for the next gym. They're gonna be weak to water anyway. Having grass on hand to help wouldn't be too bad of an idea. Although they did make the grave mistake of catches do not contribute to level ups. So that means I'm not going to be on a catching spree, catching everything I see, unfortunately. You have pickup for your ability? Quick feet, up speed. Ooh, okay. Wurmple's got runaway of all things. That's not great. Special attack up is interesting though. That'd be good for I think either of its evolutions. I think special attack up is good for either of them. Oh. Oh, Lotad's is gonna suck. Okay. And it's a Swift Swim Lotad. Oh no. Now we got done here. So normally I would go for Poochyena, but Mariana is one of my favorites. So I can't. Gothita? So Gothita and Stunky are ones that I've never used, so they would be interesting at the very least. At least for me. Because Gothita would be a Psychic type, Stunky would be a Poison and a Dark type. This could be useful. I never used Glameow either. And at least it's a Psychic type that comes out with the ability to defend itself, unlike Ralts. Get in the ball, child. Oh yeah, and everything here is out to kill you. A lot of these early routes are very dangerous for like everything. You're just always fragile. Ouch. Alright. Let's see if we can't. Yeah, I just want to try and like shrink. No. I want to make my cam a little smaller so you can maybe see the sprites better. Oh, a trainer battle. I did not intend to do that. Also, 102 has a whole new bottom part to it. This whole lower area of 102 did not exist in the base game. Oh, so that's a level 7. I am not prepared for that. Okay. You son of a bitch. I like mudcaps. I remember. I remember that meme, Manny. That's an old as fuck meme. You're a fossil for remembering that meme. Rock throw? I'm sorry. Okay, this is a lot of new things. There's a lot of new things Mudkip normally doesn't have, but okay. Down it goes. I am curious what Wormhole will evolve into, because it's completely random what it happens. The 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 thing that determines what Wormhole evolves into is 2 bytes of data that are considered part of its they're part of the personality data, which determines for Mudkip as an example, it determines gender, nature, as well as okay, I guess it might not be in this game, but a lot of games will also include like a characteristic that's been included in that part as well. But so everything has these 2 bits of data. These 2 bits of data do literally nothing for everything except Wormhole. Wormhole uses these 2 bits of data to determine whether it becomes Dustox or Beautifly. And I think even then, it's a matter of like it adds so like these 2 bits, there can only be like zeros and ones. So it like adds them together and then averages them out based on some other factor. And then depending on whether that number is like even or odd, determines whether it becomes Dustox or Beautifly. It's really fucking weird. It's really complicated. Like, there were definitely easier ways to do this, but oh well, I guess. Yeah, so I want to at least grind the party up to level 7. Is what we have now. Yeah. Okay, so there's a bug trainer. Bug trainers are useful for grinding up flying and fire types just because they pretty much use exclusively bugs. So yeah, fire, flying, rock types. Just look for those guys, you'll have an easy time. I got a crit, but no poison. Shame. Bullshit. 2 crits in a row and still no poison. The hell is wrong with this thing? And this thing's starting to piss me off. I just realized I probably could have thrown in Gothitelle and it would have done the job just fine. Oh well. Next time.
See that? Alright.
Oh, this is a mistake. What did I do to you? Oh shit. Okay, well, it was 4 damage on a super effective hit, so I guess it's not that bad, but it's still kind of like, oof. Don't make me do that again. Okay, I'm slow enough that I should be able to take him out before he can do another round of Bide. Definitely got him weak enough now. This Seedout has tackle this entire time. Damn. Let's move Zigzagoon up front. Burmy! Burmy's a weird one. I don't remember if they gave Burmy the other cloaks. I don't believe it does. I think in this case, Burmy and Wormadam only have their grass cloaks. I don't believe they have the other ones. Yep. It's a protect spammer, because of course it is. Well, in the original games, which I say that when Burmy wasn't available in Emerald, it wasn't created until Diamond and Pearl. But normally Burmy would change its cloak depending on where it last battled. So like if you battled in a forest, it has the grassy cloak, like you would see here, where it's got the leaves and stuff. If you battled in a cave, it would have sandy cloak, where it's a bunch of sand and rocks that it's covering itself with. If you battled indoors, it would have, I think they call it the trash cloak, where it's supposed to be like pink plastic and metal for a coat. And if it evolves into Wormadam, which it would do if it was a woman, if it was female, it would keep that coat forever. It never loses it, in exchange for becoming a super tank among tanks. Wow, it ran out of protects. I'm honestly surprised. Male Burmese, for context, evolve into Motham, which is Sinnoh's bug flying thing. Shockingly, though, you can't get Burmy until super late into the game, so I don't know why they give it to you so late. I think you can't get it until, like, Gym 6, I think it is. I think it's Gym 6 is the earliest you can get a Burmy. And I don't know why you would want to wait that long to get one of those. Because Wormadam can be a tank, but you still have to go through the effort of finding the spot for the cloak that you want. And Motham is alright. It's about equal utility. I think it's got like less utility than Butterfree. I think it's got fewer status moves. I don't believe it can poison things, at least not very well, so it's got less utility than even like Dustox or Beedrill. I don't know, it's kind of like the Venomoth of its generation, where it shows up too late for the purpose it's supposed to serve. Okay. So 5 might be the breaking point. 5 might be the point where I need to start going into trainer battles with them. And Lotad, I'm just going to have to start doing that right away, because it's only got, what, Astonish and Absorb? Yeah, Astonish and Absorb. Yeah, neither of these are exactly great moves to start with, so it just that one's just gonna need to be helped out from the get-go. Damn it! Well, that's no good. Shit! I did not mean to do that. Oh yeah, this is another thing they added. Courtesy of Black and White. Once you have 2 or more Pokemon in your party, you can encounter double battles randomly. To be fair, they also did this in Mega Fire Red. When they did that hack, they included this feature as well. That bug is super dead. Yeah. Now, I don't know why this glitch happens. Where it plays the victory jingle, but the battle's not over. Double battles originated in this game, so I'm not entirely sure how this glitch is happening. Other than, you couldn't do wild double battles before. So I can understand to that extent. It's still just a little weird, though. Plus it means you might need to move your party around, just in case that happens. I believe they said they've increased the shiny odds as well, but I don't 100% know. I don't know, with my luck, we'll never get a single one. I'm beginning to think this Gothita has more health than I do. It's certainly faster. Oh, and down it goes. Alright, yeah. Low tat up front. Grubbin! We actually haven't seen Grubbin yet. Oh my god, Grubbin! Oh, that's another great one. So Grubbin becomes Vikavolt, and that is one of the best bug types they've ever made, and I don't care if anyone disagrees, because Vikavolt's amazing. Grubbin itself follows the standards of a lot of other bug types, where its base stage and its second stage are like nothing special at best. They're just bugs trying their best. But then the final stage is super great, and that is Vikavolt, and it's a bug electric type. that is scarily strong with the right setup, and its only weakness is that it's not very fast. Okay, 2 with a bug. Down and out. Oh, hello, Green. A leaf. I'm sorry. She's leaf. Technically, this is... Oh, shit. I forgot this was a rival battle. Oh, no. Trainer Leaf. Ha 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 ha. Oh, no. Not the Vulpix! Oh, and it's a Drought Vulpix, too. Oh, this is not a great scenario to be in. No, you son of a bitch! I only had the one potion, and I didn't think to buy others. Okay, okay, you wasted a turn! Please, for the love of God, Mudkip! At least we can get some experience out of this. Nidoran, okay. Yeah, kinda nobody's equipped for this. Pretty sure it said female, but I don't think that's gonna matter. Nobody here is equipped for this fight in the slightest. Yeah, Nidoran female. Yep. Maybe Lotad, but... Yeah, that's not happening. I know over here in America land, Monday is our Memorial Day, so a lot of businesses are taking the day off. I know my job gives me the day off for Monday, so I will be able to take advantage of that. Well, Lotad did better than I expected. I know trainers usually only have like one item at a time that they use, so since she already used the potion on Vulpix, she might not have another one. It also helps that the sun is gone, so if I need to use Water Gun, it's not going to be hampered by that at least. I'm almost impressed that you went with Growl of all things. To fight a bug. Oh, I see the problem. Of course, Bulbasaur can't be poisoned. Alright, so the best thing I can do is slow it down. Okay, 2 shots of String Shot should be enough. Because that will effectively have it, if I remember correctly. It should effectively have its speed, maybe even more. I'm gonna speed this up and see how far this goes. Okay, that's not going very far at all, actually. Yeah, we're losing this fight anyway. Damn! Yeah, I kind of figured that was gonna happen. Yep, so now we're back here. Back at the center. Oopsie doozies. Alright, so we got a rival battle there. Okay, let's see what we got. Which way we're going? Is that Cascoon? Silcoon, okay. We're going Beautifly. Perfect. I haven't used Beautifly very much. I've used Dustox a couple times, but not Beautifly. So this works out, actually, to what I ultimately wanted. If poison, so I'm just gonna go to the Pokemon Center now. Otherwise, we're gonna be stuck with this all day. Oh. I'm thinking about a flying type. I've used Pidgeys. I haven't used Fearow. Or Noctowl, really. Don't use those too much. They could be interesting. I'll try catching a Spearow. I think I'll go with Fearow. Oh right. Gotta go all the way back around. You're not Spearow. Yeah, their speed is tied. What is this? There's Pidgey. Right type, wrong bird. I do think Pidgeot's very useful, though. If you ever are unsure of what bird you want to use, Pidgeot's always a good choice. Da, 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 da. In case you're wondering, not every route has a hidden grotto. Like, I'm pretty sure 101 doesn't have any. 101 and 100 I don't believe have any hidden grottos on them. Yeah, looking at those trees, yeah, there's no hidden grottos. If we go down here... Yeah, there's no hidden grottos over there either. At least none that I can tell. I think all the hidden grottos face down. Or like they're placed horizontally so you can see them up and down. I don't believe there are any placed vertically side to side like these. And the reason why I don't want to catch Pichu is because I don't think I haven't used a Raichu, but at the same time I also know Raichu is good. Like, I know Raichu is good, that would just be an obvious choice, which is why I don't want to use it. Wait a minute. That? Oh, thought it might have been that thing was Hidden Grotto. Like, that sprite don't look right, but just this trick. Spearow! We found our bird. Ow. That's the bird, alright! Zigzagoon. Go, raccoon dog. Raccoon. When I was a kid, I didn't put together that Zigzagoon was supposed to be a raccoon. I just thought it was a dog. I thought it was another dog. I thought we had two dogs. There we go. Now we have a bird. And yeah, nope. Okay, your shadows all look normal. Yeah, it's back to that. Okay. I am trying to be on the lookout for those hidden grottos because they can be very useful. We'll put Gothita up front. Because Gothita, I think, is enough of an ace against Bulbasaur that her being at level should be fine. That should be like enough to cover what we need. Yeah. Really enough, I don't think there is a hidden grotto on 102. Despite what Leaf says, I don't think there's a hidden grotto on this route. There are plenty of them on other routes, I just don't think there are any on that route. Let's see. Start going here to 103, there might be one. Hidden grottos are useful for getting you rare Pokemon as well as rare items. They'll usually spawn an item more often than others. It will spawn an item more often than not, but if you can get them on there, it's usually going to be worth your time and energy. No hidden grottos up here, it seems. Not there. Not down here. Damn. I was hoping for a grotto. There's not one up there. Igglybuff. Alrighty then. I don't remember. Did they make you fairy type? I don't remember. Goodness. Damn it. Sleep is the most annoying status ever conceived. There we go. Now Sleep woke up. Sleep woke up, but I'm sure that's correct some way, shape, or form. And confusion, oh my god. Let's just get rid of this thing. Wait, what does that do? Competitive. Oh, that was a flatter? Because that's right. There's swagger, which increases your attack and confuses you, and then there is the other one, which increases special attack and confuses you. I think that was what happened. Oh no, that was the ability. Lowered stats, up special attack. Oh, that's scary. That's fucking scary. Don't fuck around with this thing. Okay, gotcha. Alright. Put Lotad in there. Lotad's not gonna do great, but we'll have to just sort of deal with it. Oh, Bidoof! Yeah, this is gonna be a minute. Yeah, that's what I figured. I'm just glad it wasn't a moody Bidoof. Moody Bidoofs are so damn annoying. So, if you don't know what Moody is an ability that Bidoof has, where every turn one stat gets lowered and another stat gets raised. There are people that build teams around Moody Bidoofs that are, yes, very luck-based, but that is pretty much all that they're trying to do, is just gamble on Bidoof's stat downs, that it's enough of a stat that they don't need, and the stat ups are the stats that they want. There's no way to know which stat it's going to be, but people gamble on it all the same, and sometimes it pays off. Yeah, I figured as much. Spearow, you should be just fine. Let's move Lotad out, since he is out of Astonish, and there's too many things here that resist grass or water. Yeah, I think Quick Feet. Yeah, I think Quick Feet is for, it's like the guts of speed. If you give it a status condition, Zigzagoon moves faster. So, I guess they upped its speed, which is fine, but it's not much I can do with that. I am curious to see what it becomes, though. What replaces it when it evolves into Linoon, if anything. Could just be nothing replaces it. So I imagine it's probably like Guts, in that paralysis. Paralysis gets its speed cut negated, and you still move faster. Sort of like how with Guts, Guts is a similar ability, but it's for the attack stat, the physical attack stat. And so what's common for people to do is they will burn their Pokemon. Like, they'll have them hold a burn orb or something. So they burn themselves. And the reason why they do this is because Guts negates... So burn is a status that would normally have your physical attack and damage you over time. For whatever reason, the Guts ability negates the attack stat loss and still activates, increasing your attack stat by whatever. So that's why people will use the burn on that. Because they can deal with the damage over time, it's relatively small, and they still get the guaranteed stat up instead of having to rely on another Pokemon doing it in a double battle, or just hoping and praying that your opponent hits you with like a flamethrower or something and you survive it and get burned, and have enough time after that to capitalize on your stat boost. Lotad. Oh. Special defense up, defense down. Hey, I can work with that. That's fine by me. We got... So that's accuracy up, okay. Special attack down, okay, that's still fine. Ow, okay. Special attack up, okay. Speed down? Oh. Ooh, you poor bastard. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we can. We're gonna put Lotad in now. At least we have a water move now with Bubble. What is its higher stat? Is it attack or special attack? Attack. Oh, that's right. The special attack down. Oh yeah, that's gonna suck. I forgot about that. But it's what I gotta have to deal with. Yeah, Jack is behind me on my bed. He's sleeping. I did have to take him to the vet last week as a follow-up appointment. They said he's doing very well. Said he's recovering well from the diabetes. It's possible that he may have made enough of a recovery that I might not need to give him his insulin injections for much longer. That's fun. Which that'll be good. That happens. There we go. Ew, that's gonna be annoying. Ah, fuck. Okay. Mudkip! You need a win button. There we go. Alright. Spearow should have at least maybe 2 more levels. I think 7 is a high enough level for the party to be at for the fight with Leaf. This is going to be a matter of getting them to that level. Hey, that sniper coming in. Yeah, Sniper makes it so critical hits normally do, I think it's supposed to be double damage. Sniper makes it so they do triple. So they're especially deadly on Spearow. Now, since I've got a decent enough party at this point, I think now is the time where I'll start catching random things. Just to have, like, options. And I'm going to try and stick with things I don't normally use. Or things that I don't have. Things that I don't normally use. Just so that way, at least, it keeps me on edge somewhat. And like, oh, I don't know how this is gonna work. I don't know what this is gonna do. Yeah, why not? It survived a pack. I think it deserves cash. Yeah, probably tomorrow I'll start playing around with OBS settings, see if I can fix the Twitch stream. You know what? Hey, I've never used a Wigglytuff, so okay. In the spirit of trying new things, I will catch Wigglybuff to make Wigglytuff an option. Okay. I'll just We've seen all these things before. There we go. There we go. So it should just leave Spearow, I think? Yeah, Spearow's the only one that's left under 7. So that's the only one left that needs to still be trained before we can move ahead with fighting Leaf. It's going to hurt me to not catch a Ralts because ever since, like, I think maybe Gen 6. I'm trying to remember when it was I first used a Gardevoir, but when I first tried one, because I'd always heard how great they were, but I never really cared much about it because training a Ralts sucked ass. When I first used a Gardevoir and saw how great they were, I wanted to use one every time, and I just think Galley looks cool, so I usually have one on hand as well, so I'm not going to be able to use one for this run, and that hurts me on the inside a little bit. Just gonna move along. Is the other way still here? Oh yeah, the other way is still here. Oh, nope, that's closed off. Okay, so I think we are forced into the rival battle with Leaf. Because normally we would just go up from here. Where these trees are up here, we would normally... Those normally aren't there, so... Yeah, kinda sucks. Oh well. Still trying to be on the lookout for grottos, and I don't see any. And down here, there's Poochyena. But again, I always have a Mightyena, so I shouldn't catch it. I always have one, as much as it pains me. Mightyena is really good as far as I'm concerned. Mightyena's great. I like Mightyena. It's like one more thing should be enough. C-Dot, you know what? I don't use Shiftry, so I will at least catch C-Dot if it lives. Oh, look, it lived. I've never... I pretty much never use Shiftrys, so sure, why not? Lamia, okay. So Glameow also I can catch because I never use Glameow. Never used Perugly, so I can at least give this one a try. Alright, gotta heal Spearow. I would catch a Burmy, but the chances of it surviving are about 0. Because Forest Cloak Burmy is a bug grass type. They can get about 4 times weak to Peck, and it got crit, so that was 4 times base damage, times 3 of that. That bug's gone. Alright. So now we got... Alright. So I do think my best option is to switch into Mudkip first. Since we're leading with Vulpix. We'll do Rock Throw. Okay, gets rid of Vulpix. Now we have Nidoran female, so for that we have Gothita. That was a mistake. You attempt to weaken me, yet you make me stronger. Oh, more ways than one. Bulbasaur. So that one could go either way with Gothita or Spearow, but I'm gonna focus with Spearow. Because I can resist Vine Whip, and it's fast enough that I think it should be able to outpace Bulbasaur in most things. Yeah. Damn it. Wow, okay. I see where the problem is lying now. Oh, never mind, critical hit! So critical hits ignore buffs. I don't believe they ignore debuffs. That was definitely still hampered. But yeah, that multiplication. That's how that works. We now have the XP divider. So this game, you have two kinds of XP shares. We have the XP divider, which is the current XP share, where it spreads out XP across your whole party. And in this game, you also have the original XP share, where it was a hold item that split XP in half between the mon that battled and whoever it is that's holding it. Conversely, you could also give it to the thing in front that is battling to give them 1.5 times XP. It is a way to shorten grinding, though they do have other methods that are just as good. Turn that on. Make grinding a little less of a hassle. Yeah, we should be okay for right now. You know what? No, I don't need Spearow up front. I don't need Spearow up front anymore. Because where we're going, there's going to be plenty of bugs. I don't need Spearow to lead the way in Bugtown. This is the last, if I remember correctly. Last class. Yep, there she is. Fomantis. Yeah, so as you can see, we have Pokemon all the way up to as recent as Scarlet and Violet are in here. Like, these people were fucking insane. I don't think that could be understated. Or overstated at all. Is just how tirelessly these people worked to make sprites and put things in this game. It's just crazy. Because that also... So there was a bit of a brag in the Discord server. So the last project these guys worked on was Mega Fire Red. Technically, it's still ongoing progress. They have talked about like reworking it in a style similar to Star Emerald. But for the time being, Mega Fire Red is the way that it is. And where it's mostly the same, just with a few extra add-ons. You don't have any routes that have been completely reworked like here. And they have made something of a brag in that Mega Fire Red can still be played on console. If you dump it into a GBA cartridge, you'll still be able to play it on a Game Boy Advance or a DS, Game Boy Player, everything. If it can play Game Boy Advance games, you can still play Mega Fire Red if you put it on a cartridge. Star Emerald, you can't do that. Star Emerald has so much stuff going on in it that while it does technically fit within the confines of the ROM, you can't play it on a console. The console will not be able to run it. So it's just a very interesting little position that they put themselves in. Which is a different kind of brag altogether. Grail, that's so cool. And why would you do such a thing? It's primarily a water type. Lotad, what am I thinking? I've got a grass type. I got the answer to this. Lillipad, Capoguy. Whoop, that was not the right move, but it's fine. Temple seems to be stuck growling for whatever reason. I'm not one to tell it how to live its life. Oh fuck, it has a poison move. That was not what I expected. Hatena. I think that one's psychic type. Psychic or fairy. I don't have anything really good for fighting that. Try Zigzagoon. It's level 7, so it could use the XP either way. Play nice. Oh, god damn it. Oh, it's just gonna do this, isn't it? I'm gonna shorten this up. Oh, never mind, it has confusion. Okay, well now it's gone. Just in case. Nope. So I don't see any grottos. I forgot about that. I forgot about the kid. Okay. Wactrol, electric flying type, and not Zapdos. New problem. How do you deal with that? How do I deal with that? I don't have a... well, I guess Mudkip is an answer. It's got a rock. Or a rock type move at the very least. Okay, yeah, that's what I'll do. Damn. Fuck. Tail Whip, okay. Then Mudkip, Rock Throw. There we go. That takes care of that problem. Throw again. And Fletchling. Yeah, I'll need to check just to make sure everybody's still getting XP. It's not telling me that they are. It's a bit strange. It should be getting half of what Mudkip gets, about. Fletchling. I would like to use you, but I always love Talonflame. 96, so that's 48 XP. Which means that Lotad should have just leveled up. You did not. I'll need to check that XP divider. Did I turn it off by mistake? Okay. I don't think that XP divider is fully working, but we'll figure that part out, I guess. So we're in Petalburg at least. Petalburg did not have the renovations that Littleroot got, though it did get some minor ones, like the path on this house got elongated. Actually, was there a house? Yeah, there was a house. Pretty sure this lake is larger. And I'm aware of the gym, sir. I just wanted to explore the city. Gosh! Fine, I'll go talk to my dad. It's Wallace! And then Wally. To this day, I believe Wally's the luckiest bastard alive. I believe they also gender-locked his Ralts to be a Gallade like it is in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I still want to know how Wally trained his Ralts, considering that the only thing it knows is Growl. Wally's parents. Here's old Scott. And we have our two pathways. In base game, this path would have been full of grass. It's not. It's all been moved up. And the pathway here is completely changed as well. There we go. Youngster Billy! Level 10 Nidoran, this dude ain't fucking around. Oh dear. Nidoran is gone. There we go. Now the XP divider is working. Slowpoke, you say? Water psychic type. I do have a ghost type move I can throw at it. Gonna be a minute on that one. Oh dear. No. I'm gonna run out of Astonish. 3, 2, 1. Yep, that's that. God, it used Curse on itself, no wonder. Okay, Absorb is next. Okay, that took care of that. Got a Silcoon to level 9, which is good. Mist? You know what? People are giving me enough shit. Yeah, I'll take Mist. For context, Mist makes it so that all buffs and debuffs go away on stats. So if you got something like that Slowpoke where they were spamming Curse, Mist would make all of that disappear. Oh. Yeah, here's our grotto. I thought it was at the Shadows met. No, it's, there's discolored grass tiles in front of it. Delibird! Well, hot damn! Might as well catch the fucking thing. In typical Delibird fashion, all it knows is present. Present can be one of two things. It's usually going to damage you, but there is a rare chance for it to heal you instead. Making it one of the ultimate in gambling moves. It is also an ice flying type if you want one. You can teach Delibird other moves. It's not like every move. Not like it'll only ever learn present, nothing else. But yeah, it can learn other things if you wanted to. Like, I'm pretty sure it can learn Blizzard, as well as some flying type moves. Alright, this is the last ball. If you don't go into this one, I'm just gonna knock you out. Okay, you're getting the knockout. Oh dear. Hey, happened to miss just in time. Fake tears can be useful. His fake tears lower special defense, which is good to have on a special attacker. Oh, they reset once a day, so I think, yeah, once my clock registers being the next day or whatever, then it should be alright. Should be, hey, something should respawn there. I remember when I was a kid, I used to just sort of hang out in Petalburg City because I liked the music that much. Talo! Talo becomes Swellow, and Swellow is just legitimately good. It's basically this generation's Spearow, only slightly better, because I think Swellow has like a little higher defense. And Swellow also comes with the ability Intimidate, which is always good to have on anything. Usually, if it doesn't have Intimidate, I think it would otherwise have what's it called? Big Packs, where it is you can't lower its defense stats. I think is what it is. The Pokemon are weird as humans. Oh, you know what, El? This is art. You're looking at art. Damn it. I thought that's what the French were about. Are you gonna tell me that you're... How dare you? Alright, level 12 Vulpix is a bit of a problem, bit of a concern. Yeah, sometimes I'll just instinctively mash buttons and I shouldn't. Make me pick wrong things. Baniri? That one's normal type. You know what, let's keep Mudkip out, because it might be a high level. Yeah, it is. Rock Throw should be fine enough, I guess. But hey, now I know Rock Smash. Oh, damn. Yeah, no, we need to smash. God, that hurt! Baniri's kind of known for that, where it's like a really high amount of attack, but it's... Ooh, she's got a pretty high attack stat. Ugh, that hurts, oh my lord. Okay. But is it just immune? Stats lower? Disabled no more. Oh, great. Just in time for me to get my ass kicked. How much damage is it doing? 12! Okay. 10 to 12. Alright. Now I know. And Bunnyree's down. Okay, got through to level 11. That's good. We are now going to get Beautifly. Gust would be helpful. You have to go. Yeah, no problem, Al. Thanks for coming. I'm gonna move Spearow up front. We're in the Verdant Turf Woods, where it's Bug County. Yeah, Cascoon, which would become Dustox. Oh. Bug trainer. I think that's a grass fairy, I think. Well, either way, it's weak to flying. That's all I need to know. Venipede. Just sounds so angry. Oh dear. Rollout's a problem. Swaddle. Okay. No, Spearow should be able to one-shot that. That's a grass bug type. It's 4 times weak to flying. That thing's not gonna survive. Oh, it did! I'm impressed. Fury attack. I guess you can give it a growl for that. By level 11. Everybody's leveling up. Okay, we got Mega Drain. Okay, we can use that to replace Absorb. Let's put Beautyfly up front since that thing has Gust. The Talo. Probably don't need to fight that. Paralyze Heal. Have the picture of it in. For any more discolored tiles. Okay. Some water from the well. Yeah, they made the woods a lot bigger than they were in the base game. In the base game, it would have been out already. We have a Team Aqua Grunt. Again, updated for Oraz artwork. Purloin is a dark type. That's what we can do with our Gust. Oh, damn. Forgot. Oh, yeah. What is Beautifly's ability? I forget. Rivalry. Oh, fuck! Why? Why that one? Of all the abilities. Why Rivalry of all things? Oh, God. Well, I'm not keeping this one. That's for fucking sure. You had at least a decent nature I could work with, but then you had to have an ability that just shits all over it. god. Oh, that's ass. Okay, so the reason why I'm upset is because Rivalry makes it so that if you have Rivalry, if you fight a Pokemon of the same gender as if your Pokemon fights one of the same gender, you deal, I think it's like an extra third or 1.5 times damage. You get a pretty substantial damage bonus if you're fighting things of the same gender. If it's the opposite gender, you go the opposite way and deal less damage. And it just so happens in this case, I'm fighting the opposite gender. I'm pretty sure that Purloin should have been gone. Great. Fuck it, Zigzagoon is close enough. Bam. Ah, oh, son of a bitch. Of course one of you has fucking Poison Fang, and I get poisoned. God damn it. It had to be badly poisoned, didn't it? Yeah, cycle around. Oh damn, that's a lot of damage. Carvana. You know what? Yeah, I'm low type's a grass type, so we should be able to deal with Carvana fairly easily. Ideally, although it is fast. That's my biggest concern, is that it's fast. Oh god, okay. Yeah, I was worried about that. I knew about the poison thing. I was hoping I would get to it first. Alright. I don't even know what gender it is. I don't even know if Beautifly would even work well against it. Okay, it will. Okay. At least this time Rivalry can work in my favor. And even then, it still kind of sucks. Oh, Jesus. Alright. Now, Carvana's special defense is known to be ass, so the fact that that Gust didn't take it out is kind of shocking and disappointing. We have a Grassy Ball. If I remember right, that specifically is a ball that works well on grass types. I don't think it's a guaranteed capture, but it is certainly much higher odds. Fertilize Heal, fresh water. Oh, I got a lot of water. Yeah, we... Oh, God. Jesus. Yeah, okay, so they at least kept that change. Morellol, Grass Fairy type, I definitely have never used you. So... I'm pretty sure you can get Fomantis here as well. I don't remember if I used Lurantis before. I know I wanted to when I was going through Moon and Ultra Sun. When I was going through Moon, I wanted a Lurantis, but I just never used the opportunity. I think first was that I never caught a Fomantis, and then by the time I had one, it was already like at the end of the game, something like that. Either way, I didn't feel I had the opportunity to use it. So on the other side of the lake, oh boy. Well, have to come back here after we get surfed then. God damn it! Hi, Wally. 2 more by yourself? Oh. At least we get more fights with you. Where the fuck did you get this? Either way, that's gonna be a concern. Supersonic? What the fuck moves do they give this thing? Why on earth does Mudkip learn Supersonic? Zuriel, I don't know if they made you what? Did they make you Water Fairy? Probably did. I'm gonna assume they did. Getting our Ralts. Of course, if it's 90%, it might as well be 0. There we go. You do that, son. I thought you were a trainer. Very well. An X attack, okay. Great ball. Okay. Nincada. Bug ground type. Gives you a couple of options. Oh, woohoo, beautiful, I leveled up. The thing fucking sucks. Yeah, Joltik's rock bugs. I mean, not rock bug, electric bug. Pretty quick. Okay, so it's dead. It's fat. Oh dear. Okay. Alright, another case of a Pokemon having weird Digimon syndrome. Joltik is a tick, but it evolves into Galvantula, which is a tarantula. I'm pretty sure tarantulas would eat ticks if they had the opportunity. Let's go with Spearow. Spearow should be fast enough. I know it's low health, but I'm doubtful that it would die. Surskit. Beautifly might be able to handle that. God damn it. This is your fault, Beautifly. I believe those two are required double battle. Yeah, there's no getting around it. It's gonna suck either way. He's gonna have to deal with it. Down goes Cedot. Well, down with Beautifly. Oh man, that was with the rivalry boost? Yeah. Yeah, there's no way. I can't keep that thing on me. No, wait, no, that's right. It did take out Cedot just fine, so... Probably still no. Level Slap? Sure, we can replace Pound with that. Odor Sleuth we don't really need. Combi! Oh dear. Alright, with barely anything alive, we made it to the Pokemon Center. I do want to modify the party at this time. So we know that Beautifly drew the short straw, so you're gonna have to go. Let's see. I don't normally want to double up on things. I mean, Beedrill is a choice. I don't use it that much. Could try Persian or Wigglytuff or Perugly. I've never used them, so they could have potential that I just haven't seen yet. I've already got other grass types. I don't think I need Shiftry or Morello or Shiinotic. Do I have a poison type ability? I don't think I do. I guess we'll put Weedle in the party for now. Here to challenge Roxanne. She's gone off to Pharaoh Shore Cave and hasn't come back yet. Let's try looking for her. It's another new area, just directly to the north here. Got a super potion. Yeah, I just need to think about who's leading. Now let's have Lotad lead. These caves usually have rock types in them. Let's have battle right here and now. Oh no. There's a fight with Ash! Fucking catch him! Riolu! I see. Oh dear. Another critical hit, I'm concerned. I forgot Lotad's nature is special attack down. Yeah, maybe I should grab that Morello. Here we go, Wheels gaining some quick levels. Trico, eh? Meet Bird! Oh. Dragon Breath is new. I guess it does make sense, since Mega Sceptile is part Dragon type. And Pikachu himself? Let's go with Gothita, I think, would be the best option for that one. Confusion. Alright, pretty decent. Let's fake Tears, and then we should be able to knock it out with one more Confusion. Ooh! Make up to 16. Weedle level 6. Mudkip to Marsh Top. Mud shot. We can probably get rid of tackle. I think we can get rid of tackle. And now we have the conventional XP share. Pharaoh Shore Cave. Check, we can get Pharaoh Seed, Woobat, Cubone, Machop, Vanillite, Smoochum, Mawile, Karvik. Plenty of options. Yeah, and we gotta find the gym leader in here somehow. Pharaoh Seed. That's a problem. We'll ditch Pharaoh Seed. There she is. Yeah, you don't have to go very far. They did add a little bit of extra detail to Roxanne's sprite. I don't know if you noticed. So they gave like a little scarf for her on the back for whatever reason. They did as a design change, I guess. Down here, we get Pharaoh Seed, Shellos, Smoochum, Woobat, Cubone. Some of the same stuff, some new stuff, including surfing and fishing mods. Actually, wait, Shelter? No, I did use Cloister. I did use Cloister before. I don't remember if it was during the Fire Red Run or not, but I did use Cloister at some point. Smoochum would be new though. Gross. Smoochum would be new, Jinx would be new, so I guess I can take that one. Oh dear. No, I don't normally use Ferrothorn either, so Pharaoh Seed is also a viable catch for me. But I just don't trust anything in my team to be able to last long enough to catch it because like half my shit's paralyzed. I didn't. I knew I wasn't gonna be in here very long in the first place. Switch him again. Can't escape. The hell with that. Yep. I'm gonna go up against the gym. Oh yeah, that's right, I did want to trade out Lotad for Morello as a possibility. Tiny Mushroom, cool. Grass Fairy, yep. Effect Spore, decent ability. Neutral Nature, okay. Special attack, high defense, and this tanky, okay. Special. Yeah, that should be fine. I don't really see many problems coming from this. Yes, it'll take some time to get there, but I think it'll be fine. Alternative for Smoochum, Dry Skin, Frozen Moisture to Heat. So if I remember right, Dry Skin is you absorb water moves but take extra damage from fire moves. You're practically weak to fire. Not great to have an Ice type, gotta say that. Spear Berry, so she's immune to being frozen, which doesn't make sense because she's an Ice type, so she's already immune to being frozen. Attack up, Special Defense down is a strange combination. Borderline the worst one she could possibly have, I think. Lick Pound, Powder Star Copycat. I mean, special attacks, gigantic. I don't think there's any argument there. I don't use Ice types very often, I will say that. There's not very many to pick from. You know what? Bring Smoochum in here. Let's swap out Weedle. I've never used a Smoochum a day in my life, and that changes eventually. We're gonna have to put Marshtomp in the front in order to save their asses. It should be serviceable for at least a period of time. Yeah, once you start a gym, you can't go back. You have to either finish it or die trying. Now, I believe this gym is mostly the same. It's just been tweaked so that way all the fights are required instead of normally where I think this fight normally is avoidable and it's the next two fights that you would be required to do. Hit it with a Rock Smash. Perfect. Actually, what are Marshtomp's stats spread right now? Okay, yeah, so it's still attack its way up. That's fine. I know rock types usually have pretty piss poor special defense, so I can probably still use Mud Shot and Water Gun pretty effectively here. Oh, speaking of that. Hello, Geodude. You got sturdy, don't you? No! Must have had maybe Rockhead? I don't know why you would have had that, though. I'm not sure what other abilities Geodude has. But I used a Golem on my Fire Red run, so I... Oh, come here, kitty. Jack's here. Let's see the one product. Cranidos, okay, that's a new one. Mold Breaker. So abilities don't work on it. Rock Smash. Cranidos is basically all power, no defense. You do not want to get hit by one if you can help it. Psybeam, okay. grass types doing grass type things. Double battle. Dwebble and Bondslide. Use Rock Throw on Dwebble, and we'll use Psybeam on Bondslide. See, Rock doesn't resist Rock, so you can feel free to use it if it's a combination like Dwebble that makes it weak to Rock moves because of those. Oh dear, okay, that is... Oh, well, Gotham is down. That was not my intention. Oh dear. Oh dear. Hey, we took that bounce line. I will admit this isn't exactly an ideal win-loss raid right now. Confusion? Hell yeah! Get rid of that pound shit! Okay, we got shield on. I know the answer to you. Kabuto. Let's do Mudshot on shield on. Do confusion on Kabuto. For now. Sturdy! Aw, fuck, I forgot about that. Okay, that's a choice. No, wait. Let's Rock Smash shield on, because I'm pretty sure the trainer is about to heal it. Or not, okay. So Amora, Rock Ice type, Tortuga, Rock Water. Let's Rock Smash Amora. Oh, Confusion Tortuga. Yeah, that poor dino didn't stand a chance. Hey, there we go. Oh dear. Well, Smoochum's gone. Now Morello's chance. Morello leveled up. Ooh, Mega Drain. Hell yeah. Give me that Mega Drain. It sucks that I can't go out and heal Smoochum immediately. So we'll just have to go for it against the gym leader. Hope for the best. Okay, so it looks like they gave her a scarf in the sprite. I think that was supposed to be her bows though. Arkin, rock flying type, doesn't resist rock. That means kill it. And I think this Arkin's a defeatist. And if it doesn't have that ability, its evolution does. So either way, it didn't turn out well for it. Alright. Things are learned. Aerial Ace, God! They gave that thing early. They gave it Aerial Ace early, I'm surprised. Normally you only get Aerial Ace at level 22 as a Spearow. But it evolves at level 20 and doesn't learn Aerial Ace by level as a Fearow. The little bit of troll they do. Ammonite's the tanky one. Between Ammonite and Kabuto, Ammonite's tankier, so we'll just have to do this. Smash. And weak armor. It took a physical hit, so its defense falls, but its speed rises. Which can make it tricky. Especially with that speed down. Oh, that's not good. Tyrant, I believe, is Rock Dragon. Of all the times to not have an ice type. Yes, okay. Mudshot will at least slow it down. And nearly one-shot it. Damn! Do I have... Oh, I do have fresh water! Okay, I should have healed my other things. Oh well. Dragon Pulse. That special defense up is working already. Let's rock throw for old time's sake. Anorith, it's a rock bug type. And yeah, she's using lots of fossils. I think all of these have been fossils so far. Let's try Rock Throw. Let's hit him with a water gun. Hit him with the water gun. Mud Sport? That moves ass. No, we don't need it. Lilleep, that's rock grass. God, I wish I had an ice type. Fuck. No, no good answer to that one I have. I guess Spearow's the closest, but it's not gonna live. It's not gonna finish this round. If I remember correctly, I think Lilleep's defense is way lower than its special defense, but either way, Lilleep is a tanky one. Let's try leering at it. I'll go for 2 leers, see where that gets us. Fuck! Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna live to do 2 leers. I live to see the results of 1. Yeah, that's what I expected. But that's long enough. Now Marsh Tom can save the day. That should be low enough on health that Marsh Tom can finish it off. Nose pass. This thing is their ace. Tanky with plenty of attack power, and it's got a berry. Damn it. Lock on. Aw, oh, fuck, what's it locking on for? Fun fact, these things can learn Zap Cannon, so... I would recommend that if you see it use Lock On, be ready. It locked on for Rock Tomb, okay. There we go, Morello, Route 14. And that's our first gym badge already done. And we get items in place of the HMs. At least for most of them. Yeah, instead of having to instead of getting an HM and a gym badge to use to do stuff, a lot of times you can get an item that does the job for you. So instead of getting the HM for cut to move down the trees, we now have an axe to do it for us. I think it's time we move you back. Let's put... let's put maybe Spearow on the front. In any case, I am going to end the stream here. Appreciate y'all for being here, and hopefully I will see you next time. Yeah. All that being said, I hope to see you next time, and I hope you can enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.